Hello everyone, today we are starting a new series about our women and I'm thrilled to introduce Ivetka, our software engineer. Hi Ivetka.
Hello.
We are so glad you are here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
How did you find your passion for IT?
So I chose IT because I wanted to work with very smart people. I also wanted to work in a field that would require lots of brain work and also still be a little bit of challenge. And while this is satisfying enough, I found out the real passion after I realized that I could make a real impact with my work or my knowledge. I'm very much into so-called do-good projects.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing feeling to see my work being a vessel for a higher cause. That's a really great feeling, and it's something that really makes me going.
What obstacles did you have to overcome as a woman?
In retrospective, I think it was mostly personal stuff. So, for example, classical imposter syndrome or fear of failure. But otherwise, nothing major. I never faced any discrimination, or at least not that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, how do tech companies benefit actually from employing women?
I think in the same way as employing men, by getting the skilled team members.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually know what you mean. I think the answer is diversity, and also women brings a little bit different way of thinking, which is rarely a bad idea. And I think that having women in workplace usually creates a little bit different atmosphere, and from what I heard, lots of colleagues really appreciate it. So I think that answer is diversity.
Mm-hmm. What do you like the most about working in IT?
Well, I work as a software engineer, so from this point of view, I would say that I work with some really smart people,
Mm-hmm.
and also it's a lack of burden, constant challenge, and also the fact that I always need to keep on learning new stuff. Currently, I work as a full stack dev, which is quite challenging,
Mm-hmm.
but I learn insane amount of new things every single day. Maybe in 10 years I actually changed my attitude, but so far so good.
We also know we are very active in tech community. We are basically sharing what you learned. You are attending presentations, and you are also participating on different volunteers programs. Would you mind to walk us through some of these activities?
Okay, so well, it's a known fact. There's a huge shortage of software engineers, which is something that a lot of companies complain about. So I try to promote this career path, I would say, and also presenting in more layman terms through the talks or blogs. I also mentor several people, often women, who are interested in this field, but they don't even know how or where to start. I also do lots of volunteering work. Mostly I create the website information systems or digital products for various NGOs. For example, Sloboda Zvierat, Freedom of Animal, it is the largest organization in Slovakia dealing with animal welfare, and also DIPOL, which is a charity providing the care for the homeless people. And last December we created a very successful campaign which is called Adoptuj postel, zachraň život, or Adopt the Best, Save a Life. And it was, as I mentioned, it was a huge success and helped several hundreds of people. And besides that, of course, I do some non-tech volunteering work. For example, I do manual work in a local shelter, and for example, like now, I'm crocheting the items for premature babies. So it's basically a lifestyle.
That's a lot. That's really amazing. I mean, but where do you get the energy from to do all those activities, and why does it matter to you?
I think it's a combination of two things. First, I really like being helpful, and second, I hate wasting time on meaningless activities like watching most of the TV or endless scrolling on social medias. Excluding it, I think that most of the people would have plenty of times to actually do something that would contribute to society. And The things that I do are usually in a very high demand, yeah, so yet there are so few people actually doing it, so which is a shame. And I think that during all those years it became a great hobby of mine. So I like most parts of it, so it really helps with the motivation part.
In your opinion, what can companies do in order to create an environment where do women play an important part?
I think this is a very complex and complicated question with no easy answer. But to simplify it a bit, for a start, it would be a great idea to take women as equal partners, but with a little bit different way of thinking. So there is no need to ease everything up or lower the criteria, because it never benefits in the end anyone. And what would actually help women, especially those that are only starting in this field or that aren't used to this predominantly male IT world, I think it's understanding that it's way too easy to feel incompetent with such huge stack of technologies and information. And I think that women are in general more sensitive to criticism and also take any wrongdoings more personally and more seriously. And also they're often afraid of asking questions, fearing that they look stupid. So I think it's basically about very small things, just adjusting the narrative and maybe recognizing the effort. Because it makes a huge difference in motivation, which is a very important part in overall job satisfaction in female work.
Can you share how does our company feel about this?
I think it supports the idea I just talked about, and I think it goes a long way in making sure that all employees, including women, have the best conditions or the opportunities to work in conditions that best suit their working style and also their overall lifestyle. For example, the working hours are very, or I would say extremely flexible, and also the remote work is widely supported. And actually I don't think there are many companies that offer such a huge level of freedom or flexibility to actually work around your normal life.
How would you maybe encourage other girls and women considering starting an IT career?
I think it's definitely worth a try because the IT sector offers endless possibilities for career growth and self-realization while staying very friendly, very family friendly. I can't think of any other career that would actually provide such level of freedom and flexibility. Also the great earning potential, job security, and also the ability to still have a great family life without any huge limitations. So of course there is a work that needs to be done, that's true, but the benefits are amazing, and considering all of it, it's actually a pretty big mystery why there aren't much more females in this world.
I see. Thank you, Ivetka, for all your answers and all your inputs. Thank you also for being an inspiration for all the girls and women out there, especially for your contribution to IT community. And I think you are a great inspiration for women and girls considering and then maybe thinking about starting work in IT.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you are interested in working in a company that provides such gender equal opportunities, you can find out more here. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. See you next time.